Hey, this is Brian Eckley. This is day 5 of my video blog of a 30-day challenge, video challenge, and want to welcome you back. Um, I told you I was going to have a surprise for you today. Unfortunately, I ran into some technical difficulties and I ran into some personnel shortages. So as a result of that, I'm not going to be able to do today what I was hoping to do, but I hope to next Monday bring you a little treat, uh, and we'll get back on track and get kicked off on the right foot starting next week as that goes. But I wanted to talk to you. Last night I went and saw. I watched part of the Super Bowl. I watched the best half, the first half, where there wasn't really much going on. Apparently, the second half was a whole lot better. But I went and watched a movie last night, and I went and saw the movie Zero Dark 30. And I don't know how many of you have seen that. It's about the mission to go after Bin Laden, and it was a really good movie. And I think there's a good lesson, I guess, from that movie. Something I took away from that movie, um, and that's talking about determination, about stick-to-itiveness, about really sticking with your plan when things are just not going right. And the movie really, most of the movie wasn't what I thought was going to be. Most of it really was following one individual in particular who basically worked for about 12 years to get to the point where they found Bin Laden in a compound in Pakistan and went in there and took him out. And the interesting thing about that movie was the the dedication to finding him, the dedication to following up on the minutia, the leads that they had, and not letting the setbacks keep them from being successful in their mission. And one of the scenes in the movie, they've gathered all this data and they've taken it to the director of the CIA, and they're like, they tell him, hey, we've got this information that we believe Osama is here, but we cannot 100% confirm it. And the main character in the movie, in the film, is asked by the director of the CIA, and she's one of the lower people in the whole group that's sitting in this office, this room with the CIA director, and he asked her, he said, what do you think? And everybody else is telling him, 40% chance of this Bin Laden, 60% chance that it's Bin Laden, and she says 100% chance. She's that sure of the intelligence that they've got that he's in that compound. So fast forward to the next scene, and she's sitting in the cafeteria in the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia, and he comes down and sits down with her in the cafeteria and asks her how long has she been in the CIA, and she tells him 12 years, and he says, and how many cases have you worked on? And she says, this is the only one. Tracking Bin Laden is the only case that she's worked on in the 12 years that she's been in the CIA. That has been her single focus, her single point of focus. That is what her dedication has been. That is what her goal, that's what her plan has been, is to find him and make sure that he is eliminated so that he's not hurting any more people. And so in the end, they go with her plan, and as you know the results of that. They found him and they killed him. So what's the moral of the story? We've got to be dedicated. We've got to have a stick-to-itiveness, even when things are getting tough, even when things are not going our way, when we don't feel like doing this, when we don't feel like getting up sometimes in the morning, getting out of bed and facing the day. We've got to keep doing it. You've got to reach down inside you and find a way to get up out of that bed and face the day. And And in the end, I believe you will have success. You will be victorious in your endeavor. And I'd also like to say too, um, if you really want to be motivated, if you really want to be encouraged, if you really want to be uh, emboldened, I'm looking at going. I live in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I'm making plans to go up to San Antonio, Texas, and meet some wounded warriors, some men and women who've been wounded in combat, who sacrificed and have lost a lot. And these people, they don't complain, they don't bitch and moan about what's happened to them. They move on, they move forward, and for me, that's an inspiration. And I also don't want to forget, and I encourage you to find organizations that help veterans, and really who help those who are trying to help themselves and trying to get back on their feet. I think it would really be an encouragement. I think that it'll show you, it'll kind of put things into perspective about your life. I know it has for me. And quite honestly, I'm looking forward to going up there and meeting these heroes, meeting these people who have sacrificed and are still moving on, still living their lives, trying to move forward, trying to make something of their lives. And to me, that's an encouragement. To me, that is an inspiration. And I hope, and I know that it would be for many of you out there also. So today, again, I just want to talk to you about sticking to your plan, being strong, not giving up, because the reward far outweighs the risk, far outweighs the pain of getting there, I believe. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.